Hi, my name is Brian Blanken, and I have two roles at CESO. My primary role is an LVA, or Lead Voluntary Advisor, for Chamber of Commerce in San Pedro Sula, Honduras. And my second role is debriefer. So when people, both for national and international assignments, finish their assignment, I call them up, understand what their assignment was like, if they felt it was successful, what some of the lessons learned if they were going to do the assignment would be, and I document that so CESO can learn from that going forward.
I'm Bob O'Day, and I wear three hats in CESO. I'm a voluntary advisor, and I'm a lead voluntary advisor for Colombia. And my third hat is I'm the public engagement ambassador for CESO in the National Capital Region, Ottawa.
Alors voici, je suis Elisabeth Normando. Je suis conseillère volontaire principale et maintenant recruteur. Alors, je suis avec SACO pour plus de 10 ans, mais comme CVP, comme conseillère volontaire principale, depuis 3 ans et demi, depuis le début du programme.
My name is Mike Garrett, and I've been a VA since 2007, and then more laterally an LVA.
Je m'appelle Francine Dumont et je suis à SACO, je suis conseillère et conseillère principale en cadre d'un projet en Guyane anglaise.
My name is Claire Paulson, and I joined CESO in 1991, I believe it was, so 21 years ago.
Et je m'appelle Guy Bédard, je suis un ancien cadre de la fonction publique du Canada. Je suis conseiller volontaire depuis 2006 pour SACO. J'ai d'abord commencé mon travail à SACO comme conseiller en Haïti. Donc j'ai fait une couple d'affectations en Haïti pour ensuite m'intéresser au recrutement. Alors donc j'ai fait du recrutement immédiatement après pour le programme PVC en Haïti. Et par la suite, je suis retourné au Cameroun et au Sénégal. Et maintenant, je m'implique davantage au niveau, comme vous dites si gentiment en anglais, in-house VA.
My background spanned about 42 years while I was working, and I started off as a water resource engineer in the beginning, and more laterally in the last half of my career in municipal administration, including looking after big cities as the chief public servant in big cities. They call it a CAO, or a city manager.
All my life has been in sustainable development. Since I graduated from the university in 1968.
Alors avant de venir à SACO, j'ai travaillé plus de 25 ans au gouvernement du Québec à titre de conseillère en développement. J'ai toujours travaillé dans le domaine du développement économique, dans différents ministères, et j'ai fait, pendant 15 ans, j'ai fait de la gestion d'équipe et gestion de projet dans différents ministères, le dernier étant les ressources humaines.
I ended up volunteering at CESO through a church contact. My church, which is the Metropolitan Community Church in Toronto, I can't even remember the person's name. One day we were at coffee time after the service, and I was saying to him that I had retired and I was looking to see how I could use my skills in some way from a volunteer capacity. So he knew a person at CESO who I don't think is there anymore, and through her, after that, one thing led to another, and that's how I found out about CESO.
I had heard about the CESO model from a friend, and I was intrigued by the partnership idea, the partnership between the client, the government, and it's essentially CETA, and the volunteer. And I thought that was a great model. I was used to working in government with as partners on various projects, and everybody had a little bit of skin in the game, and I appreciated that model rather than just all give or all take. It was an interesting model. So I was particularly interested in CESO from the beginning, and wanted to get engaged. And so as soon as I retired 5 years ago, I applied, and they let me in.
comme conseillère volontaire, je pense que j'ai été très touchée par un groupe de gens dans la microfinance. C'était des présidents et gérants de caisses de microcrédit. Et je devais leur donner à ce groupe, musulman pour la majorité, une formation sur l'égalité femmes-hommes. Alors, il fallait trouver le biais pour l'angle avec lequel on pouvait les toucher. Parce que je savais que ça n'apporterait pas de différence dans le traitement avec leurs femmes ou avec leurs sœurs. Mais lorsque je leur ai parlé, est-ce qu'ils voulaient que la vie continue ainsi pour leurs filles et leurs petites filles? Il y en a qui ont même eu des larmes.
Probably my most special experience was going down to Honduras and, having an understanding of how much Canadians have and how much help we can provide to other people in the vicinity of San Pedro Sula. Honduras is a country that is a country of vast differences. Very wealthy people and very, very poor people with pretty well not a middle class. And so I think when I came back, the aha moment for me was that we have all these people on the roster who have all these skills that can be utilized in helping businesses in Honduras, in the Chamber of Commerce, and hotels and tour operators, all these people, move them forward. Because it's all about creating wealth for, I think, a middle class in Honduras.
Perhaps the most meaningful one for me is it was a town I gave some recommendations on how to solve some of their water supply problems. They could only turn the water on 3 times a day for a few minutes, and yet they had lots of water. And so we made some recommendations around dealing with some of the corruption that existed in the works folks and some metering that went on. And then the best thing for me was going back a couple years later as a lead BA and finding out that they had really tackled it and implemented a large number of the recommendations. So that's what you want to see as a volunteer advisor. You want to see that your recommendations have come to something.
And I discovered that, there are people out there that really could use the information that I had. And it was fun to go out there and talk to them and help them to develop their skills and develop their knowledge. And so that's why I kept on doing it. And I did some of that. CESO has taken me from Fort Good Hope, Northwest Territories, to Guyana, to Russia, to, all over the place. And it's been great as a sort of a once in a while thing that so I can sort of recharge the batteries once in a while by doing some good work and some volunteer work.
I think to volunteer with CESO, you need to have a central commitment in yourself that you like to make life a little bit better every day.
So in thinking about what kind of person I think is well suited to being a VA for CESO, I'd say a person who has a strong entrepreneurial spirit. Someone who, because I think a lot of the clients, certainly the clients that I work with as an LVA, are entrepreneurs. They're small and medium-sized enterprises. They're not these huge organizations.
As far as time, as far as volunteering, I think every CESO volunteer gets way more out of it than they put into it, because they get the satisfaction of helping other people, and whether they're traveling 20 miles down the road to a local First Nations band and working with them, or whether they're traveling halfway around the world, it's still the satisfaction of helping others.
An opportunity for personal growth, because we all know we don't know everything, and you learn a tremendous amount from different cultures.
Alors pourquoi je m'investis dans SACO? Et mon idée à moi, c'est de dire comment je peux faire pour redonner. Parce que j'ai beaucoup reçu de la vie et de différentes organisations. Et mon but à moi, c'est de voir comment je peux redonner avec ce que je suis, ce que j'ai appris, les expériences que j'ai acquises au cours de toutes ces années.
So it's not a question of money, but it's a question of sort of of giving back to society what society has been good and gave me all the years. And believe me, and I don't know how to explain this, I find voluntary work is much more satisfying than paid work.
Que j'aime les gens, comme je l'ai dit au début, et c'est travailler avec les gens, mais découvrir aussi des nouvelles cultures. Alors, et de même, le rôle de CVP nous permet d'approfondir et d'aller plus loin dans notre relation avec les personnes, et aussi relever des défis.
I'm retired and part-time retired. Doing this kind of thing has been in many ways more rewarding than working.